HooHooHooRobin.
Not a fan of that ant.
I'm not saying I'm not a fan or I am a fan.
Well, it's a question.
But I am saying, like, I've heard this before, all right? This is fucking 80s, dude. This is Depeche Mode or some shit, isn't it? I don't know what it is. It's just... No, I'm not a fan. I'll just say I'm not a fan. No.
Arcade Fire.
Not a fan.
From the suburbs. What song, though?
It's ready to start.
Thank you.
No, it's playing already. Get it?
It gets worse than that as far as the 80s sound goes. I don't think I don't hear I don't hear as much 80s sound in that one as other bands.
His vocals at the beginning of that and shit, and that.
Oh, it's certainly there a little bit.
It's I think it's complete 80s. Here's new wave pop.
Really quick. Here's the Diddy. Is it Puff Daddy? Is it the Diddy? Is it the Did? Is it the...
These days he's saying just call him whatever.
Oh, really?
Like, he doesn't care as much as he used to.
Oh, that's good. Well, the fact is he can't read.
She's one of the most consistent artists in music, and he's one of the most talented rappers in the game. Performing that smash hit, and also a Grammy winner tonight. Performing live, What's My Name, Rihanna and Drake. Yeah.
See, he's reading that in sections.
You know
what I mean?
Blah. Yeah.
In sections.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that was rough to watch.
Well, we're going to be joking about this all day, but let's take our first shots now. Now, this fucking L.A. reporter.
Yeah.
The thing is, what confuses me, it was hilarious when we all discovered, holy shit, did you hear this lady after the Grammys trying to, do her report?
Yeah, it was a mess.
And then everyone's laughing because who cares? You don't know her. And then you get the do-gooders out there that go, she had a stroke. It's not funny. So then you're not supposed to laugh. And then it comes out that she probably didn't have a stroke. Then you're allowed to laugh again.
Now you can laugh.
That doesn't make any sense.
Oh,
this could be the funniest thing to ever happen on TV.
It makes perfect sense.
Why does it make sense?
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
I feel bad for her and her family, I guess, but I don't know them. To me, it's just entertainment. When I turn on the TV, all I'm looking for is entertainment.
Here's the report I got. She did this. She fucked up. For reasons unknown. The paramedics came over and checked her out and took her vitals. Everything was cool, and she didn't even go to the hospital. I hear a friend drove her home. She woke up the next morning and said, yeah, I feel fine. Fine.
So what was it about? She was speaking either some kind of archaic language that decided to come out of her, or she invented her own language, or she's an alien.
It was like an alien took over her body.
I don't think she got one word right?
No,
maybe one or two.
She invented some real cool new ones though that I want to use.
Well, a very, very heavy Bertation tonight.
Heavy Bertation. Hold on.
Darrison.
That's a heavy Bertation. It doesn't mean anything, but it should.
It should, is
Don't
right.
you think a heavy Bertation, like, dude?
Yeah, but
I had such a heavy Bertation last night. I was on the bowl all fucking night.
But that word Dershin or
Bertation.
The one before is pretty good too.
Yeah.
I mean, after it. Hold on. Let's pick
heavy
up
Bertation.
Heavy Bertation.
First time to read.
Well, a very, very heavy.
And is that Berry?
Berry.
No, it was a VB combo. I can't even say it.
Very new term, heavy Bertation.
Oh,
they
really?
actually have it listed as a new term there, Danny.
Right on.
Yeah, apparently.
Heavy Bertation.
Well, not really. I think they're just linking to the video itself. But we need to define what a Bertation is.
A Bertation.
Yeah, well, we should all come.
Is that like when you have a brain fart so bad you just start saying gibberish?
No, we could do better than that.
A Bertation.
We could do better than that. We have to come up with a definition we could all
Marty,
agree
it's
on.
caused by the heavy Bertation.
The Bertation's no, the Earth's whatever.
The Bertation of the Earth's gravitational pull. Heavy Bertation.
Well, a very, very heavy Bertation tonight. We had a very Darrison But let's go ahead.
I'm a fan of Darrison.
Darrison.
I'm a fan of Darrison.
A Darrison. We had a Darrison.
And a Bertation.
A Bertation and a Darrison. Yeah.
Hold on. I thought there was more to this. Too bad they didn't. Did they go back to her?
No.
Dude, see, that's why I got to be a news director. You get her back on camera immediately.
Yeah.
Why not?
We have a heavy Bertation tonight. We had a
Bertation tonight. We had a very Darrison. But let's go ahead. Terrace English for the bet. Have the pet.
Holy S.
Let me see that.
Holy
S. Okay, go to the beginning of the.
We had a very Darrison. But let's go ahead. Terrace English for the bet. Have the pet.
Right, and here's the subtitles.
Well, a very heavy.
A very heavy.
Heavy Bertation tonight. We had a very Darrison.
You had a very Darrison.
Darrison.
Okay.
Darrison.
I like that.
Let's go ahead. Terrace English for the bet.
English fourth bite. Who have the pet?
The pet.
Wait, go back. What's that?
Very heavy Bertation tonight. We had a very Darrison. But let's go ahead. Terrace English for the bet. Have the pet.
Darrison with you. Darrison every weekday afternoon, 3. Darrison.
What was the English for the bite?
Who have the pet?
Who have the
pet? Yeah.
I was telling Anthony that I could be having a stroke right now and I wouldn't know it. That's what creeps me out about this clip, because you look at her and she thinks she's speaking Shakespeare or something.
Yeah.
She thinks she is fucking on and letting the whole world know what is going on at the Grammys, and the fact is, holy shit. She's clueless to the fact that she said all that.
Hey, if you want to win a Bertation, make sure you listen to Darrison in the morning and get the secret word.
Not me. No way. Not once. Not never. I better fist. I better fiddle-esque, barned, patter little kid in the background fucking going crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was a good mashup you did.
CBS News, Serene Brand.
Sorry. Hey, Serene.
You know what I'm saying, though? That's what's creepy.
Yeah.
I guess this happens to people, and you have no idea. You think you're speaking properly?
Yeah, she probably thought like, hey, what's wrong with people?
Yeah, why is everyone in shock? Why are they giving me those eyes? I just did a perfect fucking intro to my Grammy piece.
Like right now, you could just be talking and thinking you're hearing everything fine, and people looking at you like, what the fuck are you saying?
Do you at least recognize that people are looking at you weird because you're not speaking properly?
Oh my God, what, Opie? I know, that would be freaky.
That's what's creepy.
Fareke.
Because she had the confidence still. Until the end, she lost it slightly at the end.
Oh my God, she started looking like, what the hell is going on?
A little bit, but in general, she kept it together.
Yeah. I don't know
But
what...
could someone explain to me why funny at first, because you're thinking she just was a mush mouth, like a Voss situation, or maybe she had a little wine waiting for the Grammys to end, or maybe she popped a pill for something else that's going on in her life, whatever.
An Ambien?
So you're thinking, oh, that's hilarious that she went on live TV in that state.
Yeah.
So then everyone in the country's laughing. Just about every person that saw that's like, holy shit, that's hilarious. And then you find out she might have had a stroke, and then there's a percentage of the country that backs off and says, that's fucking not funny. She had a stroke.
They went crazy.
But then those same people are now laughing again, knowing that she didn't have a stroke. That doesn't make sense to me.
I think when people say it's a medical thing, because then you look at it and go, you have that whole there, but for the grace of God go I thought, where it's like, oh boy, you don't want that happening. But
look, if it happens to someone close to you, of course it's tragic. But we don't know her.
That's what people are doing, though. They're like, well, I know people, or a lot of doctors would chime in and go, this isn't funny, this is a medical problem. Fluid buildup.
Oh, yeah, maybe we get Dr. Steve. Does he have any clue on what the hell this was?
Dr. Steve.
What's a bertation?
Bertation. When fluid builds up in the bertaceous gland, you'll get bertation.
Thank you, Troy.
Bertation.
Someone's saying I had a mini stroke when I was trying to say Arcade Fire. Fair enough, sir. Fair enough. I did say Arcadia.
That's a fucked up clip, though. Just watching her, it's like nothing I've ever seen.
No.
Like I've never seen someone just start talking and have no idea what is coming out of their mouth.
We haven't had a clip like this in years.
You can't even figure out what she was trying to say.
Oh, I know.
Oh, Bertation is something Bill Burr said. All right. It's a quote. A quotation from Bill Burr is a Bertation. That's a new word.
His new comedy special should be called Bertations.
That's great. Are we doing Sniglets? What year is this?
I hated Sniglets.
Oh,
I was not a fan of the Sniglets.
Enough. Not necessarily the news. Was that what that was?
I wasn't a fan of. What was that? Rich Hall, was it?
I think so.
Am I pulling that out of my ass? I think so.
Wow.
I don't know if that was it?
Yeah, it was Rich Hall.
Wow, okay.
That was 1984, I think, around there. Holy shit, that was a long time ago.
You should play Anthony's YouTube video. It was very, very good, man. Your little mashup you did with that broad.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Well, if anybody wants to see it, just go to OPANTXM on YouTube. I know. OPANT on OPANTXM. OPANTXM on YouTube.
Speaking of videos, it's not one of mine, don't worry. A guy was inspired by the Stacy Keach intro.
Yeah.
And put together a 7-minute video.
Holy shit.
Montage of this fucking show.
That's crazy.
He's been tweaking it, so I haven't tweeted it yet, but I think it's finally done, and I'm going to tweet it today.
Yeah.
It's so fucking good, but it also depresses the shit out of you because you realize all the stuff we got to do just on satellite only a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
You got the Nazi thing, or you and Patrice trying to get the cab.
Oh, I know. Was that fun?
Nigga versus Nazi,
yeah.
And the cake stomp, and Pat from Monaki's fucking eggnog challenge. Just one after another, and most of them are from the satellite years.
Yep. Yeah.
So I'll tweet it later. It's really, really well done. It has our old XM commercial with the fat broad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, where we belong on the radio.
Yeah.
Although that wasn't an XM commercial. That was for K-Rock, I think.
Oh, that
right?
was?
But still, and good job by this guy, man. Wait till you see it later.
Check that shit out.
I think there's like 200 edits in it or something. It's like...
Yeah, real fast?
With Stacy Keach, in there. Explaining the show.
Stacy Keach.
Really good job, man.
Voice.
I'll pass that on to everyone later. Do you got Anthony's video? Because it plays...
Oh, that's the...
the audio plays perfectly.
Because it actually fits.
Yeah. I want to hear this again.
First time, Sari.
Well, a very, very heavy Bertation tonight. We had a very Darrison, but let's go ahead and Terrace English for the bit. Have the pick.
Have the pick?
I don't know.
Like, now I want to know what she was trying to say.
There's no figuring
Obviously,
it out.
she was going to somebody else that was at the Grammys with their picks, but that's not...
I can't for the life of me figure out what the fuck she's talking about.
Really fast, Matt in Virginia. Matt, first call of the week. What do you got, brother?
It sounds like she has a symptom of migraine headaches called aphasia that either affects the speech center of the brain or the vision, which definitely the speech on this one. Mm-hmm. I get it all the time when I get migraine headaches, like really bad ones.
You can't talk?
And it literally makes you not be able to talk properly?
Your thought process is working, but it's not translating into words properly, and it's just gibberish that comes out of your mouth.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. She probably had a really bad migraine headache and knew that this could be a possibility.
Damn, that's fucked up.
Oh, wow. Thank you, sir.
Yep.
We're going to try to get Dr. Steve on the phone to see if there's anything to that. Bob in Rhode Island. Later or whatever.
What's going on?
Hey, Bob, what do you got?
Hey there, babe.
I was just wondering if maybe she's like an old-time record. You play her backwards and she makes sense.
All right, we have to do that immediately. Sam,
oh, my God. Play it backwards.
Is there any way to play it backwards from where you're at? I don't know.
Play it backwards.
Can you imagine?
Of course not.
It's like a Paul is dead situation.
Yeah, maybe she was saying some secret message.
Some secret messages going on.
All right, thanks, guys. Bye.
Great idea, man. We got to try that. You think is there a possibility, is all I'm saying, that it would make more sense backwards?
I don't know. Now I'm wondering.
Because
what's Bertation backwards?
Because the regular way, there's, I think, only 2 words that you recognize.
Yeah.
Bury or Burry.
And we're not even sure. Maybe they just, threw it in there. She just threw it in. Who knows?
Right.
Who knows if she meant to say those words. Wow,
we'll try to figure out how to play that backwards. Do we have Anthony's thing too, or is there too much going on there now? This is what Anthony did with the
and it's a video, so you check it out.
Yeah, you saw the video a million times. It plays well for the radio audience too.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Pat Harvey.
And I'm Paul Majors. Country trio Lady Antebellum was the big winner tonight with 5 Grammy Awards. Rapper Eminem, the big shocker, winning only 2 despite 10 nominations. CBS 2's Serene Branson is live at the Staples Center with highlights and backstage coverage we're seeing for the very first time. Serene.
I bet her fist. I bet her fiddle-esque burned. Patted a little kid in the background fucking going crazy.
It might as well have been that.
Of course.
It might as well have fucking been that.
Of course. Cigars and Scotch know something about this?
What?
Cigars, what do you got on this, man?
Hey, I do CAT scans for a living. I've seen this a lot of.
Meow.
And a lot of sometimes it's not always just gibberish. Sometimes they'll say actual words and it's just garbled. It would be like random words out of a sentence, like you're playing, like one of those fill in the word thing and just garbled it all.
All right, what disease is it, and what are the odds of me getting it?
Oh my God, really?
It's not common at all, but it happens enough that I've seen it. And the people are completely lucid, so they know what they're trying to say, and the wrong stuff's coming out, and it panics the shit out of them.
Whoa, that's fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Damn.
A lot of times it's with like a transient ischemic attack where it's like a temporary little mini stroke, or it's definitely a neurological attack when it happens.
Look, man, you got NSR Garrett on the old Twitter there. I saw my grandfather have a stroke, and he talked like that for a minute. I definitely laughed, just in a different room. I'm sorry. You laugh. You laugh and then hope it doesn't happen to you.
Right.
That's exactly what should happen.
Exactly.
How do you hold back a laugh because you're thinking, oh, God, this might happen to me?
You stuttering, muttering prick.
Yeah.
Later.
They're calling you Cigars and Scans now. Stephen S. from Bayshore.
Oh.
Cigars and Scans. I didn't know he did that for a living, man.
Well, he's got to make money somehow.
I don't know how you work in the medical community. God bless you guys that do, because you see all the stuff that could happen to you. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. Right?
Fuck that noise.
All you have to do is walk around a hospital for an hour and go, holy shit, there's a lot of shit that can happen.
Oh, there's all kinds of crap out there.
How do you go to work like that?
Scary.
And I'm with you with the medical shows because of that reason.
Don't watch them.
Because all you do is learn about weird shit that can happen to you.
Don't need it. Don't watch any of those medical shows.
You got it backwards.
No, I can't get it. I can't get it done. Derek's doing it right now, so we'll have it.
Derek is the man.
He is the man.
He'll do it.
A couple other things. We were so wrong on the Egypt thing.
Oh God, was that embarrassing?
We brag that we really see things way before mainstream media, and for the most part, our fucking batting average is pretty damn good. But we blew it with Egypt.
That was a swing and a miss on that one.
That replay, I wanted to call someone, and go yank this.
Yeah, I can't listen. I was listening.
We're talking saying there's not a chance he leaves. He's just going to wait it out.
It's going to end in violence and bloodshed. They're going to drag him out of there.
By his balls.
Military's going to unload on the people. It's going to. And meanwhile, everyone knew what had happened at that point because the replay, it changed in a matter of minutes.
And that's why we got guys that, here we go again, but I'll take my shot every fucking day until they drag me out of here. That's why we have the wrong guys fucking in charge of this channel.
Yeah.
They're not smart enough to realize that we did an hour and a half on Egypt saying this guy's not going anywhere. All hell breaks loose. The whole world changed, and they're satisfied with the replay where we're completely wrong.
Yeah.
And there was no comedic value to it. It was just our opinion on something that already happened, and we were completely wrong.
Yeah, it wasn't
someone with a radio
anything.
brain would have said, you know what? It'd probably be in our best interest just not to play that on the replay.
Yeah.
But those guys don't even have that thought.
It really was a little silly to listen to. I was cringing.
Yeah, if we had jokes and shit going on in there, then of course you keep it in.
But it was like serious commentary.
Serious commentary about something we were completely wrong about.
That was terrible. Oh, man, look at D-Boy.
D to the boy.
D-Boy's right on the Johnny on the spot, they call him.
Thank you.
D-Boy on the spot.
So you got Mubarak, he leaves.
Yeah.
And now you got all those people in Egypt. I feel bad for him.
Yeah. Especially since that fucking nuke went off right in the middle of Cairo.
Oh, boy, did it.
Oh, my God. I'm just hoping maybe that happens and now we don't sound silly on the replay.
You heard it too, right?
Yeah. Oh, my God.
I turned it on for a few minutes. I'm like, this is just embarrassing for us.
It was embarrassing. I'm just going,
But we have no one that realizes that.
I don't want to,
And I don't mean you guys, by the way, Danny, because shouldn't be your responsibility either. It should be those guys down the hall to go, you know what, this doesn't make sense anymore.
I guess it's one of those things where it's just like, who gives a shit? That let's listen to them sound like idiots.
Yeah, but that's dumb. I mean, if you got replays, you could adjust shit.
Yeah,
that's the beauty of having replays.
Yeah.
You have a bunch of hours and you go, you know what? Wow, you guys were wrong about this morning. Why don't we just cut it out of the replay and play some dumb old bit? You know?
Yeah.
Mubarak leaves. I feel bad for the people because I think it's the same situation with the Obama where you have a society or a certain part of society that thinks major change now happens.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
It's not going to happen.
No.
Their lives are going to get just a little better. That's the reality of that.
Do you know?
Like those people that thought they were getting new cars and stuff because Obama got elected.
Yeah.
You just don't get that type of change right away.
Did you hear what minimum wage is over there?
Well, I know the average household makes $2,000 a year.
It was $6.50 a month.
A month?
And it's been $6.50 a month for 20 years.
Can I ask you something about that?
Fantastic.
This is what confuses me because I'm not all in with politics. Like, why did we support Mubarak for 30-some-odd years knowing that their people were making $2,000 a year? The average person was making $2,000 a year. We don't look like good guys that we support a regime like that.
Same thing why we support the Saudis and shit. It's in our best interest.
So it's in
with
our
the
best
Saudis,
interest.
it's oil. And with Egypt, it was keeping the peace with Israel.
Right.
That was a biggie.
No, I get that part of it.
Suez Canal.
But we look like assholes. And we give them billions of dollars worth of aid that doesn't even go to the people, it seems.
I know. It's well, that's a bribe to get us to the front of the line of the Suez Canal.
Right.
And it's just...
Yeah, but I understand that. But then you would think that, okay, you would think and this happened with a lot of presidents, you think the president would go, all right, we know this is a bribe, but let's see some of this money going back into the fucking people.
But it's everyone we're dealing with. We deal with China on a fucking daily basis. Huge, we deal with China. They are despicable as far as human rights go and the way they treat their people. There are very wealthy people and very poor people in China, and that's it.
Right.
And
same thing with Egypt.
Because
there's a lot of people that are very well off. But when you find out that they only make $2,000 a year, the average person or the average household.
Righteous bucks.
I knew they were poor, but that's fucking poor.
Yeah, that's dirt poor.
And $6.50 for a month?
Yeah, $6.50 a month is minimum wage.
So what does that average out as far as a 40-hour work week?
You think they work 40-hour work weeks or something? I don't know what they probably just work all the time.
Well, yes.
And what do you do there? Just carry? I picture them just carrying pyramid rocks back and forth. There doesn't seem to be anything there to do.
I don't know what they do. Someone asked me that. I have no idea.
Do there?
I know tourism is big.
It's a faraway land.
So whatever that means, hotels and fucking camel rides. And, and I don't know.
But every country we deal with is bad. Like, they're all bad guys.
But I'm thinking, what is the average Egyptian thinking of America if we supported that government for 30-some-odd years?
Exactly. But, their government, now they want change, and we're all like, yeah, change, woohoo.
They got plenty of change.
Yeah, they got plenty of change.
Works out to 4 cents an hour?
4 cents an hour. That's great, man.
You did the math that fast?
Well, I mean, I'm basing this on 40-hour work
and
week.
They probably work more than 40 hours.
80, so figure 160 hours a week, and you're getting $6.50 comes out to 4 cents.
But they all had cell phones, so that doesn't make sense. It seemed like everyone in that square had a fucking cell phone.
They only cost a penny there. See, that's the thing. They don't make a lot of money, but everything's real cheap. It's made out of rocks.
I guess it's relative in a way. I don't know.
I guess so.
I don't know, but that was
obviously
some great TV, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
I was just like the stroke reporter, even though she didn't have a stroke. Am I the only one that was hoping for fucking craziness on the live TV on Friday?
Weren't you?
Or Thursday, whatever day it was?
Everybody was.
I'm not
Everyone
alone with that.
was.
Like, I was excited for the people they got it done, but you're thinking, oh, fuck, I was hoping they would have to storm the palace or something.
Yeah. Nothing. No, it was just kind of a big party. And now they've been partying since that
Friday?
happened. And now the military's starting to go, hey, you people are going to have to clear out.
Yeah.
We got to get things going. It's going to be about 6 months before we can do this, that, the other.
Who's the dummy picking up a broom and sweeping? I'd be the guy sneaking out the back.
Yeah, fuck that.
Back of the crowd.
And
like,
clean this shit up.
I'd be the guy, like, I know someone else will do it, so why do I have to do it? Are you that guy, too?
I would totally do that.
There's actually proactive people that go, no, I have to be the guy with the broom. I need to do this for my country.
I'll do this.
I want to talk to the guys that snuck out.
Let them.
Went to the back of the fucking crowd and just sauntered off.
Sauntered.
They just sauntered off.
Shit.
So we had that happen, and then I have to acknowledge the greatest hockey game that was played in, and I can't even make up the years because I don't know.
You were telling me about this. And
the Islanders-Penguins game, and I want to thank the people on Twitter because I've really given up on the Islanders. I mean, what happened with the Penguins brings me back a little bit. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But thank you to Twitter because all of a sudden I was on Twitter and people were like, dude, you gotta fucking turn the Islander game on. I'm like, why? Why would I do that?
Yeah.
And I actually asked that question. They said it's not a hockey game. It's a revenge game. It's all it is one fight after another. And I forgot what the total was, but I think it was 320. I want to say 325 penalty minutes.
Wow.
There were so many fights in this game. By the end of the game, the Penguins, I think, only had 2 guys on the bench, including the guys that were on the ice.
Only 2 guys left to go to.
They couldn't even make a line change at the end of the game. They didn't have enough players.
Wow.
And then the Islanders, I believe, were down to like 4 or 5 guys on their bench. And it was just like cheap shots. I'll acknowledge this because I had to argue with Penguins fans for the last few days. Yeah, there were cheap shots. It wasn't like now in the NHL, if me and Ann are going to fight on the ice, it's like, you want to go? Yeah, we're going.
They call each other out.
It's a whole thing that happens.
Yeah.
But this was old school hockey, and it goes back to what happened at DiPietro. Like, DiPietro got embarrassed by the Penguins' backup goalie there with the one-punch knockout that fractured his face and all that. And what got the Islanders was the fact that the Penguins were openly laughing at him.
Mm-hmm.
And I was pissed that they were laughing, but I moved on with my life. The Islanders didn't. They said, you know what? Next time we play you guys, it's going to be payback, motherfuckers.
They
and
had
I didn't
to
know
get their
that.
ice cred back.
So there were some ugly fucking fights, man, and cheap shots and guys coming off the bench. This was like just hockey like it used to be.
Old-time hockey.
It was fucking amazing.
I got to catch clips of that because I love hockey fights.
There's a few clips going around. There's one clip that's 17 minutes long, and it's the best 17 minutes you could spend in front of your computer, in front of your iPad.
Really?
I'm telling you, even if you're not a hockey fan.
Just beating the fuck out of each other. Great.
Dude, fucking
cheap shot.
I forgot all the names at this point. One Penguin guy just fucking minding his own business and takes a fist to the side of the face. Didn't even see it coming. Then one guy gets in a fight, and now he's supposed to leave the ice, and on his way out, he fights the goalie.
Just for the fuck of it?
Dude, it was... I'm saying dude a lot, but it was amazing.
And they get to play again, huh?
They play in April, but the league came down hard, like 9, 10 game suspensions.
There's going to be cops on skates out on the ice.
The NHL fined the Islanders $100,000. I don't even know where they're going to get that money at this point. Yeah, so
that's like probably a whole take from a whole night of. They're not making any fucking money.
But it was great, and everyone's talking about this game. There's been a few of these games this year with some of the teams.
Yeah,
a few games where it's just been all out brawls.
Yeah, what was the Bruins involved in one with?
Was it Bruins
Montreal
Canadians, right?
Yeah.
Melissa was at the game, and then my brother writes me, and he goes, "Please tell me you're at this game."
Oh.
And my tickets were in my fucking desk drawer. I could have been there. And I probably should have went to that one. I should have known it was going to be a revenge game.
You never know, though.
Let's go to Melissa. Melissa.
Hey, good morning. How are you guys?
Hey, what's up?
Hello.
My husband and I, actually, it was the first time we took our kids to a game.
Right.
They're 5 and 3. We're sitting with our friend's church group, and my husband and I are the only ones drinking beer. And they had this beautiful service before because of the guy who passed away.
The cop.
the cop who passed away.
Yep.
So it was beautiful, the whole thing, the singing. Oh my God! At one point, they were out on the ice. Everybody was fighting.
Yeah.
And my husband and I are like, yeah, and like we're sitting in this church group, and our kids are like looking at us. What's going
You're
on?
loving it.
Yeah.
It was insane. I mean, at one point there weren't enough refs to break up the fight. Like they were just everywhere. It was ridiculous. And of course, my kids are looking at me and they're like, "Yeah, you're enjoying this stuff," but it was awesome. It was great. I mean, it was just.
Of course, you're enjoying it.
Of course, you're enjoying it. We haven't seen hockey like that since I was growing up in the '80s with hockey like that, man.
I know.
I mean,
it
nowadays
really such a pussy sport. So now it was really nice to see them, and it definitely was a revenge game.
Of course, it was a revenge game, and of course, the Islanders were taking their cheap shots. I'll admit it. Yes. But they were fucking pissed off that the Penguins were, the bench was laughing at DiPietro going down with one punch.
That was degrading.
So, of course, they took cheap shots. Yes, I'll admit it. But, nowadays in hockey, if two guys are fighting, then you got other guys on the ice that kind of want to fight, but they kind of hold each other really tight, don't get involved. Not during this fucking game, man. These guys are like, fuck you. We're fighting. You're going to fight. You two over there are going to fight. You're going to fight over here. At one point, I think there were 4 fights going on at the same time.
Oh, there were. There definitely were. It was like center ice, and it was unbelievable because there just weren't enough refs either. Like you could see, you could see a ref trying to he was in the middle of it, and he's kind of looking at the other fight to see what's worse. They're assessing the situation, but it was pretty amazing. I mean, but it's so sad. Here they have this beautiful ceremony.
It wasn't sad. Stop.
The cop who passed away, and then they're just beating the shit out of each other on the ice.
Yeah, it was two different things. They did the right thing for the cop, obviously. That was a great moment. And then you get to see an old school hockey game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was definitely worth the money because usually, I mean, it was funny because my husband and I were saying as we pulled in and paid our $10 to park, I'm like, how can they even charge people to park? They should be freaking paying people to come to these games because. And I was like, actually, Opie threw all his tickets.
Not all of them, but a bunch of them. I've gotten rid of a bunch of them. Thank you, Melissa. I appreciate it.
Take care, guys. Have a great day.
All right. And then I'm reading an article on the Islanders over the weekend, and, because of the Madoff-Mets situation.
Oh, yeah.
The Islanders are sort of connected to that because...
Really?
One of the things they wanted to do with the Islanders is get a new arena around Shea Stadium or Citi Field or whatever the fuck they call it now. And the Islanders would play that. We'd save the team. They'd stay on Long Island. But now there's no money to build that fucking arena over there. So now they're saying that Wang, the owner of the Islanders there, is just biding his time, waiting, and he's absolutely fucking gone. In I think it would be 3 years.
And then what? They move?
Vancouver, Kansas City.
Oh, boy.
Or cities that are popping up to take the Islanders. The Islanders are going to be gone in 3 years.
Wow.
I don't see how they're not. Which is going to be fucking depressing as hell. Let me say hi to Andy in Pittsburgh. Andy.
Hey,
I love
morning.
This. Hold on. King Greg in Oyster Bay just wants to say hockey is gay. There you go,
All right.
King Greg.
Hockey is gay.
Your voice has been heard today. That's just terrific. Go ahead, Andy.
Hey, I watched that game, and I'll tell you what. Even though the Penguins were depleted with injuries, and I hated to see the fight go down like that, I was really proud of the Islanders that they manned up and they settled it like men.
Well, they got some tough guys on that team, the Islanders, man.
Like men.
I think they brought up some guys that have never played hockey before for that game. I think they brought up some MMA guys.
Just MMA guys coming out there fucking...
But I can't skate. All you have to do is stand on your skates.
Arm bars.
Because we're going to start the fights before we even drop the puck. You don't have to skate, my friend.
Just fight. Just beat the shit out of whoever's in front of you in another uniform.
Get on the ground, and then you take away that slippery ice shit.
Yeah, well, now the Pens owner Mario is...
Oh, fuck Mario Lemieux. Mario Lemieux had his fucking time where he was a dirty player.
Yeah, he ain't no choir boy.
Oh, fucking no. Yeah,
choir boy.
Well, Mario Lemieux came out and said that the NHL did not do enough.
Really?
They did enough. They fined him $100,000. There's 10-game suspensions left and right.
What does that pussy want to fucking comment like that for?
I don't know.
It's like makes him look fruity.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
You're a fan.
Sort of.
If a ref goes down and gets hurt, which I've seen before, they go down, is there a ref to replace them? Do they have a substitute ref that comes in and helps out?
Yeah, I think they bring in the hot dog guy. I think they fucking they should certainly travel with another guy that I'm sure is just sitting around somewhere.
sometimes they take a
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know the answer to that. Maybe
they've had refs that have gotten injured before.
But
they
what
don't
do they
stop
do?
The game.
Do they bring in another guy?
Yeah.
Or do they just say, look, we can handle this game with one less ref on the ice?
I've seen them
I'm
bring
not really
other
sure,
guys in.
to be honest with you.
Well, like the color before, there wasn't enough refs on the ice to break up all the fights, and if they have extra refs, where the hell were they?
Oh, right. Throwing another guy on for the rest of the game?
Yeah, we're a man down.
And then I felt bad for the Islanders that made it to the end of the game because now they look like wimps for not getting in a fight and thrown out of the fucking game.
Well, Goddard got a 10-game suspension for leaving the ice, for leaving the bench to go on the ice.
Yeah, that's a no-no, unfortunately. Old school hockey, you were allowed to jump in, just climb over the boards and get involved in the fights. Not anymore.
No.
Thank you, sir. One more call, and then we got to move on. Larry in Texas. Larry.
Hi, I was born and raised in Western Pennsylvania.
Congratulations. Thanks for the call.
DiPietro got what he deserved. He took a shot at Matt Cook, trying to clothesline Matt Cook, and because in the first game in Pittsburgh, when the Penguins, with the Islanders got shut out by Brent Johnson, and because nobody can touch DiPietro, Brent Johnson skates the length of the ice past the waving linesman trying to head him off, calls out DiPietro, waits for him to get his gear off, and then clocks him. DiPietro got what he deserved.
Now,
they want revenge for DiPietro getting his comeuppance because Brent Johnson's the only guy that can touch him, and he's not letting him make a run at
This
Matt
thing
Cook.
isn't over.
This is like one of these.
And by the way, that's why Lemieux should shut his fucking mouth. He's got Matt Cook, one of the dirtiest players in the NHL. So what the fuck is he talking about? Matt Cook knows how to do some cheap shots himself.
And one game here not too long ago, somebody made a run at Tyler Kennedy, and Jordan Stahl punched a guy in the back of the head with his glove on, and that didn't get picked up. I was shocked that Jordan Stahl didn't get a game misconduct for that.
Larry sounds like the kind of guy that calls in sports radio.
Oh, yeah, I know.
He could call in sports radio. He knows the names, knows everything.
Dude, this is
I like this guy.
This is now a rivalry that's going to be around for a really long time, man.
It really
Penguins,
is.
Islanders. And you know what?
Exciting.
And I don't even want to defend DiPietro. I was hoping that maybe you guys fucking injured him for good. He's not doing us. He's not doing us any. He's not doing us any good. I think he's played in 15 games in 2 years.
Well, there is that, and I mean, and you notice in Pittsburgh, nobody messes with Connor. Connor's a little guy, but he's got a short right hand.
Going a little too deep in sports now.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah, this is sports radio stuff.
Sports radio.
Larry, thank you, brother.
Great.
We got to cut you off because we got to keep it kind of basic, where people go, "What?" And there's no extra refs, only in the playoffs.
Oh, maybe that's what I
did not
was
know
watching. Maybe that's what I was watching when I saw an extra ref come in.
Oh, yeah. This, and then we move on. Kyle in Boston. Kyle.
Okay. Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
Yeah, the Lemieux thing's even worse. The final line in that statement was the biggest bitch thing I've ever heard. He was saying if the league doesn't do more about this, then he may have to reconsider his involvement with the NHL.
Oh, boy.
Oh, then go.
Shut up, not Gretzky.
Just go. Enough of Lemieux. You got Matt Cook.
Enough of him.
And I think Lemieux got into some shit in his career, too.
Of course he did.
Of course he did. And the league did enough. Thank you.
Beat up that cancer. Didn't he? Of course he did.
Didn't
he have lymphoma?
Yeah, it's something. Dr. Steve could talk now. I don't know, because now we got guests piling up.
Who cares about Dr. Steve?
Oh,
who cares about Dr. Steve? We could get him on later or maybe tomorrow.
I've been bummed.
About the woman that didn't have a stroke that sounded like a lunatic.
Yeah.
All right, we'll break and we'll do other things. We got to talk about Harry Balls.
Yeah. Harry Balls. Balls.
We better be able to talk about Harry Balls.
Harry Balls.
Harry?
The way they say it. Harry Balls.
But we got Holt. Holt is here.
Yeah.
Who's Holt?
He's the star of Lights Out. It's fucking phenomenal.
Seen Lights Out still.
With Stacy Keach. It's a fantastic show.
I'm too busy watching that Shameless.
With William Macy, I haven't seen that.
He's coming in this week.
I know, Friday.
Yeah, check out a couple episodes. That is a fucked up show, that Shameless.
Yeah.
Fucked up.
He plays like an alcoholic who...
But he's barely in the show.
Yeah.
So I thought it was his show. He shows up drunk.
No, Jimmy's been here. He just hasn't been interested in anything we've been talking about for the first hour of the
Read
show.
my Twitter, sir.
2 hours.
I was on the fucking LIE hour late flight. I'm really. It was just one of those.
Wait, you flew to JFK?
And his arms are killing him.
Yeah.
You flew into
No. I was on a plane.
Oh, literal.
Yeah,
Jim.
I had to. That was, but it wouldn't have mattered. Coming in from the Lincoln would have been bad
nightmare.
too. It might have been worse coming from Jersey because the Lincoln would have been 45-minute delays.
I don't know. That LIE is a nightmare.
Flight was an hour late.
I call it the Budinsky Tunnel.
But yeah, fucking lights out. I like that show so much. I had Roland fucking beg and grovel to get me. I didn't want to wait for it to run. I wanted to see what happened. So I haven't seen the whole season.
All right, so you'll be able to talk to Holt.
Yeah, I love Holt.
Because I haven't seen Lights Out
it's
yet.
Phenomenal.
All right, we'll talk to him next. Stay there.